Hi, and welcome to Name That Conic. Today, we're going to be trying to figure out how to name conics out of the simple algebraic equations as seen here. Now, to start with this one, since we see that only one term is squared, only the x term is squared, that this must be, I smell parabola here. So, what first we have to do is at plus a blanca. Now, to plus a blanca, you come over here, rewrite the equation, plus 4x plus a blanca minus 4y equals 0. And you have to plus a blanca on the other side because you do not want to do anything to the equation. You don't want to change it at all. This has done absolutely nothing to the equation. So from here, you're trying to find the perfect square. And to take the plus a blanca, you need to divide this term by 2 and square it. So 4 divided by 2 squared is 4. Simple as that. 4. And you do the exact same number to the other side. So you simply have 4, x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 4y equals 4. Simple as that. So from here, you're factoring it down, and what it factors to is x plus 2 squared minus 4y equals 4. Now from here, you want to get to 1 on this right side of the equation. So what you have to do simply is divide by 4. Divide 4 there, divide 4 there, divide 4 there. So from here, this can just cancel out to equal negative y. This cancels out to 1, and that gives you your answer. X plus 2 squared divided by 4 minus y equals 1. And that conic is a parabola. All right, on to the next one.
Okay, so here is a crazy equation. We have no idea what this is going to be. We do know that it is not going to be a parabola because we have two squared terms. We have an x squared here and a y squared here. See that? See that? If it was a parabola, it'd only have one, like our last equation. It could be an ellipse or a hyperbola. We don't know yet. So we're going to have to do more work to figure out which one it is. First thing I like to do is get my x's together and my y's together. So we're going to get 4x squared minus 8x plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 equals 0. See that? I didn't do anything. I grouped stuff together. That's all I did. What we're going to want to do now is we can pull stuff out of these. Like here, we can pull out a 4. We're going to pull out 4, and we're going to be left with x squared minus 2x. See that? I just pulled the 4 out. Plus 1y squared plus 4y. And I'm going to subtract that 4 off this side, and we're going to get negative 4. See that? Okay. Next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to turn this into something that we can factor. We can take the square of. So what we're going to do is we're going to complete the square. So we're going to get a 4 plus, and then this. And then to complete the square, you take the middle term, you divide it by 2, and square. So negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1, squared is 1. Okay? And to make sure that we're not doing anything, we're going to subtract it right back off. But seeing as there's a 4 out here, we have to subtract off a 4. Okay? So we're going to subtract off a 4. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to get this. 4 divided by 2 is 2, squared is 4. So we're going to add that on there, and then we're going to subtract it right back off. I have done absolutely nothing. Nothing has been done. And that equals negative 4. The next step that I want to do is we're going to want to subtract these terms off, or add these terms on actually. So we're going to do plus 4 plus 4 to each side. So we're going to get plus 8 over here. And then we're going to get 4x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 is equal to 4. So I just took and moved everything up right out of the base. The next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to factor these. And since we completed the square, this is a perfect square, and this is a perfect square. So we can take this, and we're going to get x minus 1 all squared. That same thing. Then we're going to want to do the same thing over here, and we get y plus 2 all squared is equal to 4. See that? Okay. All conic sections have to be equal to 1. So we have to divide this by 4. We have to divide everything by 4. So we can get a 1 over here. So with this, we see that we're going to get some 4's to cancel here. So we're going to have x minus 1 all squared plus y plus 2 squared all divided by 4 is equal to 1. And there is your final answer. And from this, we can get a pretty cool graph.
Alright, so today we're going to look at this algebraic equation, and we're not quite sure what it is yet, but it smells kind of like a hyperbola, just because of the fact that it says that negative x squared. So we're going to look deeper into it. So we're going to start off and pull out, factoring out like terms that we know. 2y, 8y, you can pull out a 2 from there. So you have 2y squared plus 4y plus a blanket. Remember that. That's so you can help complete the square. So you have a quadratic that you can move with. But if you plus it, you have to subtract it out. So you do absolutely nothing. Nothing is wrong. Not yet. Trust me, it's devious. So from there you do minus 1. Since you can take out a negative 1 out of the x squared, so you do x. So x squared minus 2x. So from there you have plus a blanket, minus a blanket. Again, absolutely nothing. And then plus 3 equals 0. Alright, so from there what we're going to want to do to find out how to complete the square, you divide this by 2 and then square it. So 4 divided by 2 squared equals 4. Take out that, absolutely nothing. So from here you do negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1, square that, 1. Absolutely nothing. See that? Devious. Alright, so we're going to take this down, we're going to have to factor it down to a perfect square, which ends up being about 2y plus 2 squared. And in order, since we still have this, we want to distribute out to the 4, so we have minus 8. See that? And then minus 1. Take this down, you have x minus 1 squared. Take this over to that and have plus 1. Plus 1. I don't know what that is. Plus 3 equals 0. Alright, so looking at this, what we need to do now is we need to get all these, these numbers here that don't really mean too much to what the key points are. So what we're going to want to do is you're going to want a plus 8. You want a minus 1, plus 3, all to get it onto this side so we can actually work with it. So once we come out with that, we don't come out with 6, we come out with 4.
Oh no!
So from there, we're now going to have 2y plus 2 squared. I know you can't see that, sorry for being left-handed. Minus x minus 1 squared equals 4. But we're not done yet, so don't start cheering and clapping yet. So what you're going to have to do is divide 4 so we can get it on this side so it actually looks like an equation that we can use. And already it's pretty much a hyperbola, but it's not there yet. So divide this by 4, that's a 4, I guess. 4 and 4. So, and we're going to want to reduce this so it's going to go down to 2. See that? So you can have that pristine hyperbola formula. And from here, that's just going to equal 1. See that? Hyperbola! It smells good, doesn't it?